Welcome to Old Ways Gardening and Prepping. My name is Teresa. I'd like to welcome you out to the shed of many names on this cold evening. Let me tell you, everyone that's getting the blizzard on the East Coast, you can come get your cold temperatures too. It's frigid here. Thankfully, I'm finally got the shed warmed up because let me tell you, it's been cold out here. Well, enough of that. We're fixing to get busy making a double decocted tincture. Now, I am finally getting around to, this is beautiful turkey tail tincture. It has set up for, I done it back on November 19th. It's way past 8 weeks. Guess what? Still perfectly fine. You want to make sure they soak in the 100 proof vodka for at least 8 weeks. If it goes over, it's 100 proof vodka. Nothing's going to go wrong with it. You want to make sure that it does tincture for 8 weeks. And what we're going to do is we're going to strain it. And then we're going to do the double decocted part. Because the alcohol has gotten out all of the medicinal benefits that are alcohol soluble in it. Now, yes, it does have some water-based nutrients in it, but what I'm going to do is show you how to do a double decoction where not only are you using alcohol, but you're going to make an extremely condensed tea from it and then combine the two back together. So let's get busy. I'm going to adjust the camera and then we're going to get busy straining. See you back here in a bit. Okay, I have a second, and of course I do mine in half gallons. Now if you want to do quart, that is fine. If you want to do pint, that's okay, but you're going to just have to be really careful the smaller you make it, because you want to make sure that you do not have more water than alcohol, because then your tincture can go bad on you. I have my second half-gallon glass jar, a phenol, and these are wonderful. These are the filterless coffee strainers. And that is what I love to make. And you're going to be, and then of course, let me get to talking some more. You're going to need a really good pot with a good fitting lid. And as you strain your mushrooms, your turkey tail mushrooms out of your tincture, you're going to put them in here. And you're going to try not to make a mess. Sometimes that's easier said than done. And you're not going to be able to get all of the alcohol out of the mushrooms, but you're going to try to get as much as you can out. And as you can see, the mushrooms did not hold on to much of the alcohol at all. And this is exactly why I say to make sure that your work area is completely sanitized and clean. That way you do not have to worry about if a mushroom falls out, you can still pick it up. And like I said, they do not hold on to much alcohol at all. The alcohol actually extracts and pulls out. It doesn't really soak into the mushrooms much at all. It extracts out the nutrients. And in order to mix the tea that we're going to make equally with the tincture that's in here, I'm going to have to split and measure up and see how much, and split the alcohol equally, because as you can see, I'm not going to be able to get all of the tea that I'm going to be making back into this jar. But that's okay. And you want to make sure you don't leave anything behind. No alcohol, no little pieces of mushroom, because it's all very important. And yes, this is turkey tails. They are medicinal mushrooms. No, they are not psychedelic mushrooms. Sorry to, bust your bubble. And as you can see, that filter filters out a lot of grit. Now, before you use this again, what you're going to need to use it for the tea, you're going to have to wash it very well. And as you can see, I'm going to strain this again just to be on the safe side, but look at that beautiful color. Beautiful. And that just shows you that yes, your alcohol extracted the alcohol-soluble nutrients, medicinal benefits out of your turkey tail. And we're going to set that aside. Now, me being me, since I'm going to be making a medicinal double decoction, I do not want to use city water out of my faucet, not whatsoever. You do not want fluorides, chlorine, none of that crap in your water if you're trying to heal yourself. Because it's the crap that they put in the water that is also making us sick as well. So I have a Berkey water filter system that takes basically everything that you're not supposed to have in your water out. And I'm going to be using this water, and I'm going to cover my mushrooms with it, my turkey tail mushrooms. Now, you can use purified water from the store, but you need to be careful when you can either use purified water, distilled water, but you want to use good water. Now, one thing that nobody tells anybody, you're buying all them jugs of water. Well, guess what? There's there's usually a date on the jugs of water when it was bottled. What you're going to want to do is pay attention to them bottles of water, because we also make silver water, or colloidal silver water. A lot of people don't know that those jugs of water, after 14 days, from the time they were bottled to 14 days. After 14 days, they start leaching the plastic chemicals into the water. So, always know if you're getting bottled water to make anything medicinal, you want to get it before 14 days are up after it's been bottled. Sorry folks, hate to be the bearer of bad news, but especially if you're getting bottled water to drink and everything, after 14 days it starts leaching the plastic into the bottled water. A lot of people don't tell you that because they don't want you to know. Plastic's not always your friend. Glass. Now, if you can, get your water out of them plastic jugs and store them in glass bottles. You'll be a whole lot happier and it'll taste a whole lot better. Alright, now what I'm going to do here, and I'll show you. I've got the water over the mushrooms, the turkey tail mushrooms. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the lid on. You want to make sure that you have a tight fitting lid. Now I'm fixing to put it on the stove. You're going to want to let this, don't let it come to a boil. Don't let it come to a simmer. Just keep it barely hot. And you're going to let it continue to evaporate down. Once it evaporates down to about a quarter of the amount, that's when you stop. I'm going to go put it on the stove and I'll bring you right back. Okay, I'm going to cut it up just a little bit. And I'm going to let it come up to where it's just barely starting to steam. And then I'm going to drop that temperature all the way down until it's just barely steaming. Now this is not a quick process, people. I'm sorry to tell you. It's going to take hours. And you want to keep an eye on it. You want to stir it every once in a while. Check on it. You want it to evaporate down to a quarter of what it is now. You want to let 3/4 of that evaporate down and condense into one amazing, very strong condensed tea. And once it's down to that point, I will bring you right back. I'll see y'all later on. Okay, 4 hours later, I have finally reduced my turkey tail tea down to where I want it to be. I let it reduce down a little longer because I'm going to try to get it all to fit in that one, well, in the next jar. And what you're going to want to do is strain them. Yes, they're still going to be rubbery, but you can tell that a lot of the life has come out of them. And the tea is extremely dark, which is exactly what you want to see. And they're still going to be rubbery, but you can tell that they've lost a lot of their beauty and medicinal benefits into the tea. And you can see how beautiful and dark that is. Now I'm going to let it sit and completely cool down because I do not want to add it hot to my tincture because it can cause your alcohol to evaporate. So I'm going to let that completely cool. Now your mushrooms, put them in your compost pile. They're perfectly fine. And that way they'll break down even more. Don't waste anything. Once the tea has completely cooled down, and be careful, it is hot, it will burn you. Once it's completely cooled down, I will bring you back and we will mix the two together and make a double decoction. I'll see you here in just a little bit. The tea has finally cooled down, but first I want to restrain my turkey tail tincture here and make sure that there are no small pieces of grit or anything in the tincture. Such a beautiful golden color. Okay, I have right at about 7 cups of tincture. Now into my measuring cup, and there was no grit in it, so I'm happy about that. Now I'm going to strain the tea. There is a lot of grit and little pieces of mushroom in it, which you definitely want to make sure that you get out. Because that can stop up your dropper. And see how beautiful and dark that is? So full of healing benefits. It's amazing. And I have more information in the description box below. So please definitely make sure you read it. And there's also a link for when I made the turkey tail tincture. And you can see how much residue there was, which you want to make sure you get that out of your tea. And here comes the hard part. And there's a beautiful, rich, double decocted turkey tail mushroom medicinal tincture. See how simple and easy that was? Anybody can do this. You just have to believe in yourself, be able to forage for, and I foraged for these myself, wild turkey tails. And you need to know what you're looking for, which I also have videos in my back videos. I need to make a playlist for it, but there you have it. An amazing, full of so many healing benefits, wonderful double decocted turkey tail mushroom tincture. Simple, easy, anybody can do this. You just want to make sure that you have more of the alcohol than the tea that you put in, because you do not want your alcohol level to drop much at all. And that way not only will your tincture be balanced, but you don't have to worry about it going bad. But look at that beautiful, beautiful dark, rich color. And all you're going to do is store it in a cool, dark area. And I will have all the information in the description box below about dosage amounts as well. I look forward to seeing you in my next video. I hope this encourages you to make your own turkey tail double decocted tincture. That's a mouthful, especially this late at night. Well, I look forward to seeing y'all in my next video, and I hope this encourages you to make your own. Everyone take care, and may you each be blessed. I'll see you soon.